In our previous class, we studied that if one person wants to pay GST, he cannot directly pay to government. First, he need to add money to electronic cash ledger, that is to the wallet. From there, he can pay the GST. Now comes the question, can he directly deposit money to electronic cash ledger? Answer again is no. First thing he has to do is, he should generate challan. Maybe it is for the first time you are listening to the word challan. So let us understand what challan actually is. Say you are filling up your examination form. Will you directly pay examination fees to the ICAI? First thing you will tell ICAI, why are you paying this examination fees? Like you will provide further details, like are you appearing for group 1, are you appearing for group 2, and also you will provide other information. Same way, a person won't directly pay money to the wallet. First he will fill up one document. And there he will write why is he paying this money. Is he paying money towards CGST? Is he paying money towards SGST? Is he paying money towards interest or penalty? Everything first he will fill up in a document. That document is called as challan. Now comes one more question. Through which bank can I pay GST? Answer is almost all the banks. Using almost all the banks, you can pay your GST. You can use ICICI Bank, you can use SDFC Bank, you can use Syndicate Bank and all the other banks to pay GST. Now what happens once the payment is done? Let us say that I wanted to pay 1 lakh rupees as GST. First I generated a challan, that is a document saying that which tax I want to pay. Say 50,000 SGST, 50,000 CGST. Now I paid through the bank. Now on successful receipt of the payment, banks will issue me a number. Called as CIN. That is nothing but challan identification number. So banks will give me a number saying that yes, we have received your money. Now I understood that banks received my payment. How will government understand that the bank has received the payment? That is where banks not only send CIN to me, it also communicates my CIN to the government. So banks send me CIN. In the same time, banks also communicate with government saying that 1 lakh rupees is received. So now once the government get the confirmation that money has been received, government will add money to my electronic cash ledger. Government will add balance to my electronic cash ledger. So this is the process. First I make the payment. Banks will give me challan identification number. This CIN is also given to government. After receiving that CIN, government will add balance to my electronic cash ledger. Now let us discuss one more point which normally happens with us. Say I made the payment of 1 lakh rupees on January 1st. But due to some technical problem, banks received the payment on January 5th. I made payment on January 1st. But banks received that payment on January 5th. Now what is the date of payment? Is it January 1st or is it January 5th? The GST provision says that if there is a time gap between deduction and actual receipt of money, the date of receipt of money will be treated as date of payment. That is nothing but January 5th will be treated as actual payment date. Now let us talk about the last point. Last point says that if payment is done but CIN is not generated, or if there is any other complaint with relation to electronic cash ledger, then I can raise complaints to jurisdictional officer. Now who is this jurisdictional officer? Say for an example, if you have any complaint with ICAI, we will contact your branch. Same way, any complaints with GST, they have the jurisdictional officer at every places. So if there is any complaint, you will contact jurisdictional officer using the common portal, using your GST website.